Hello, gentlemen. Jeff Sanchez, children's rights advocate here again. This comes from a brilliant sociologist named Vilar, who females tried to kill back in the 70s. Sex as a reward. Every method of manipulation is based on the carrot and stick principle, whose applicability depends to a large extent on the ratio of physical strength possessed by trainer and trainee. When dealing with the young, the carrot is favored as a means of control. It has the advantage of maintaining children's trust in adults so that even at a later date, they will bring their problems to their parents, and so the process of manipulation is continued. This is much more effective than to start with a stick. If a captive dolphin has learned to do a trick well, its trainer throws it a fish. Because the dolphin wants to eat, it will do whatever is asked of it. Man, however, since he earns money, is quite capable of providing his own food. It would be impossible to bribe him in this way. He would, in fact, be above bribery altogether, were it not for the one basic male need which has to be satisfied, the need for physical contact with a woman's body. This need is so strong, and it gives him such fulfillment and sense pleasure that one suspects it may be the primary reason for his voluntary enslavement to women. His longing for subjugation may even be a facet of his sexual makeup. The basis of any economy is a system of barter. Therefore, someone demanding services must be able to offer something of equal value in exchange for it. But as a man must fulfill his sexual desire, and since he wants to possess exclusive rights over one vagina, the process has risen to an extraordinary level. This has made it possible for a woman to follow a system of manipulation that puts the most exploitive robber barons to shame. And no man remains exempt. The concept of femininity is essentially a sociological, not a biological. Even a homosexual is unlikely to escape without paying his dues. The partner whose sex drive is less developed quickly develops the weaker points of the others whose drive is more intense and manipulates him accordingly. It will always be the woman or female partner in any homosexual relationship who exploits the man, for to be female means to be undersexed. Just as woman denies herself any depth of emotion, she denies herself a sexual appetite. How else can a young girl tell her boyfriend she loves him but refuse him her body? Thanks to her mother's advice, a girl will suppress her sexual desires, even in puberty, for the sake of capital to be gained later. In earlier societies, a bride had to be a virgin to be worth anything, and even today, a girl who has little sexual experience will have a higher market value than one who has a number of lovers. Chastity in a man, on the other hand, has never been worth much, as women do not really care for men. They're not much interested in their chastity. For this reason, a boy can never be raped by an older woman, only seduced. But let a man play this game with an adolescent girl, he will be lynched as a sex criminal by a female mob. A man could condition his sexual desires, his sexual needs as easily as a woman, providing his training started at a very early age. Sufficient proof of these are monks, the majority of whom survive without sexual satisfaction. Nobody will seriously maintain that they are all monks, but instead of learning to suppress his needs, a man will allow them to be encouraged whenever possible by women. Of course, since their interests are mainly directed at towards a man's libido, man is never dressed in such a way as to awaken sexual desire in the opposite sex. But it's quite the contrary with women. By the age of 12, she is already disguised as bait. Curves of breasts and hips are exaggerated by tight-fitting clothes, and the length of and the shape of leg, the shape of calf, and the ankle are enhanced by transparent stockings. Their lips and eyes beckon moist with makeup, her hair in gleaming tints. And to what purpose, if not to stimulate the male to ever-increasing, everlasting sexual desire? She will offer her wares like goods in a shop window, apparently so near and it's at a price so easily obtained. No wonder men think it is There is no greater happiness than to make enough money to pay for such tempting merchandise. Take care.